Hi, I'm Audrey. This is my instructional video for my Eagle project. In the wood kits I gave you, you should have the back, two sides, a front, the top, and the bottom, plus a bag of screws and nails. What you're going to do first, just to kind of see how it's set up, you're going to want to place the two sides like this, put the bottom between it, the top on the top, and then the front. When you're centering it on the back piece, you're going to want to have about the same amount of space on the top and bottom. And then like this, you can measure where your pilot holes are going to be. Your pilot holes are going to be, they're going to be so that you can, first you drill the pilot holes so that you can put the screws and nails in and they won't split the wood. For the screws and nails, here, I'll turn this. You're going to have two nails over the entire box. The rest are going to be screws. They're going to be coming in from this side and this side on the right side of the box so that this, the right side can be on a hinge, which means you're going to want to have about 1 centimeter of space between the top and the right side so that it can hinge instead of being stuck in place. About that much space. The two nails, you're going to want them to be even, so you can use a ruler and then turn this sideways to measure from the marked nail on the top to the marked nail on the back, and then just draw circles where you want your pilot holes to be. The nails are going to go on last though, so that you can better know where they're going. And you're going to want to measure the other ones too. On the back, you're going to have two at the top that need to be able, you can use a ruler for this again. They need to be in line with the top of the birdhouse so that they're going through the birdhouse. And then at the bottom, you're going to have three that are in line with the bottom here, which will go this way. That way you have the screws going into the bottom. On the front of the birdhouse, you're going to have, here, let me place this. On the front of the birdhouse, you're going to have the nail up on the top right. You're going to have a screw right here so that when the Parks Department comes around to clean out the birdhouses, they can unscrew this one screw, unhinge it, and then just clean it all out. On the rest of the front, you're going to have two at the left side to attach the left side of the birdhouse, and then one at the bottom to attach to the bottom of the birdhouse. On the top, this is another place you're going to have to measure so that you have one screw attaching the top to the front of the birdhouse, and then one screw attaching the top to the left side of the birdhouse. You're not going to want a screw on the right side of the top because then that will prevent the right side from hinging. On the left side, you're going to have one screw at the bottom so that it can attach to the bottom. And then that should be it for screw holes. So when you're drilling a pilot hole, I believe I've described all where the pilot holes are. You're going to want to get your drill and put your drill bit in so that when you go down, it will create a pilot hole which your screws can go into more easily without splitting the wood. When you're drilling a pilot hole, you're going to want to mark it first, and you're going to want to be able to mark it so that it's no more than 3/4 of an inch in, and it will be about in the middle between 3/4 of an inch in and the edge. When you go down, you're going to want, this is just a piece of scrap wood, you're going to want a piece of scrap wood underneath so that you're not drilling into your table. And you're going to go down, make sure it goes through the first board, but not all the way through the scrap board. Then you drill back up, and then you have a pilot hole. After you've drilled pilot holes, it would be beneficial to pre-start your screws, so that way it's easier to fully drill them in later. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get your screw, you're gonna put it in so that it doesn't go completely through into the scrap wood, but it'll go into this first board. That way, when you're drilling it in, you'll have the screw sticking out. You can line it up, and then just continue to screw it through both boards. Remember, when you're screwing the holes in, you're going to want to make sure your screw head does not go too deep in. Over drilling it, you're not going to want to do that because it will split your wood. You're just going to want to make sure the head of the screw is about in line with the top of the board. So it doesn't really matter what order you're going to put them in, but it might be easiest if you start with the left side and drill the 2 screws from the front into the left side right here and here. After you do that, you're going to want, that's scrappily, you're going to want to get your bottom and put it in, and then you're going to screw the one from the front into the bottom. Then you can go ahead and screw from the left side into the bottom. That way you're going to have these 3 boards, the front, the left side, and the bottom all screwed together. Then you can screw the back on next to these 3, the 2 board, the bottom and the left side. Next you're going to want to do the top with the 2 screws on top. And then finally you're going to want to put the right side in. You're going to want to make sure you line it up so that you have the gap. Then the nails are in line, and then you just nail it in. And then finally you're going to do the last screw, which is the hinge screw. And then after that you're done. Oh wait, actually no, you're not done. You have the remaining screws on the back that you have to screw in if you haven't screwed them in already. Thank you so much for your help. Please contact me if you have any questions, or if you need to call me real quick, just let me know. We can organize a Zoom if you need some help video calling. Besides that, thank you.